Hello. Good morning to all of my epic friends. And I would like to shout out my students of Alisa Technical Vocational High School, Alicia Bohol. I hope you are all in good health and happiness in life. This time, I will present to you Math 10, Quarter 3, Module 6. Then we have Lesson 1. We have the title, Probability of an Event. We have Probability of an Event. Objective illustrates probability of simple event. Illustrates probability of simple event. We'll go directly to what's more. We have the problem, letter A. A die is rolling once. Find the probability of obtaining. We have number 1, 3. Number 2, 5. Number 3, a number divisible by 2. And number 4, a number divisible by 3. So we have the formula in finding the probability of an event is equal to number of outcomes in the event, and this is given a symbol of NS over number of outcomes in the sample space, and this is given a symbol of NS. So we have now the formula. Probability of an event is equal to the number of outcomes in an event all over the number of outcomes in the sample space. A die is rolled once. Find the probability of obtaining. Again, number 1 is obtaining number 3. So, we have now the solution. Probability of obtaining number 3 is equal to number of event over the number of sample space. Again, the probability of getting or obtaining a number 3 is equal to the number of outcomes in the event all over the number of outcomes in the sample space. Given. This is all about rolling a die experiment once. So we have now the number of outcomes in the sample space. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are 6 outcomes in the sample space. We have now the event is getting a 3. So this is now the event is getting a 3. So the number of outcomes is only 1. So there is only one number 3. So we have the outcome is 1. We are going to substitute the formula. The probability of event is equal to the number of outcomes in an event over the number of outcomes in the sample space. So this will be equal to 1 over 6. So the probability of obtaining a number 3 is 1/6. Number 2, the same experiment. So we have now getting a 5. So we are going to use the formula. We have probability of event is equal to the number of outcomes in an event over the number of outcomes in the sample space. So we have now again rolling a die experiment. We are going to find the number of outcomes in the sample space. Again, there is only one die, and we knew already that there are 6 phases. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The outcomes, sample space is equal to 6 outcomes. And this time you are going to get a number 5. you are going to get a number 5. We have now the number of outcomes in obtaining number 5 is only one outcome, which is 5. We are going to substitute to the formula when rolling a die experiment. We are going to get the number of outcomes in the sample space. I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of outcomes is equal to 6. And we have now the event getting a number 5. We have now the number of outcomes in obtaining a number 5 is 5. So there is only one outcome. We are going to substitute to the formula. We have the number of outcomes in an event over the number of outcomes in the sample space. So we have the number of outcomes in the event is only 1, which is 5. And we have the number of outcomes in the sample space is equal to 6. We have now the probability of obtaining a number 5 is equal to 1/6. We have number 2. Number 3. Still, it's all about a die is rolled once. Find the probability of obtaining a number divisible by 2. Again, a number divisible by 2. We have now the solution. Again, use the formula. And we have the given. The number of outcomes in the sample space, we have 6 outcomes. And the event is getting a number divisible by 2. Getting the number divisible by 2, so we have 2, 4, 6. That's 2 is divisible by 2, 4 is divisible by 2, and 6 is divisible by 2. So that will be equal to 3 outcomes. And we are going to substitute this to the formula. We have number of outcomes in the event over the number of outcomes in the sample space. So this will be equal to 3. So there are 3 numbers divisible by 2. We have 2, 4, and 6. This will be divided by the number of outcomes in the sample space. So we have 6 outcomes, and you are going to reduce it to lowest term, and the probability of obtaining a number divisible by 2 is equal to 1/2. Number 4, a number divisible by 3. So a number divisible by 3, again, you are going to use the formula. And we have, again, rolling a die experiment. We have number of outcomes in the sample space. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would be 6 outcomes. And a number divisible by 3. So we have only 3 and 6. So we have now 2 outcomes in the event. And we are going to substitute the formula. So this will be equal to the number of outcomes in the event is 2 over the number of outcomes in the sample space is equal to 6. And we are going to reduce this to lowest term. So the probability of obtaining a number divisible by 3 is equal to 1/3. So we have 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So we have 1/3 is the probability of obtaining a number divisible by 3. So other questions. So that's all about rolling a die experiment, and that's letter A. For videos, please click here and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.